Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry for the technical difficulties, such as already being a cat and being in the corner of the screen. I am streaming from a new computer. Because I lost my job, I had to give my old computer back. So, I've gotten a new one. And I'm still working out streaming from it. VTube Studio seems a little bit laggy on it. So my avatar is a little bit lower frame rate than usual, I think. I'm not sure if I can fix that by going down to I was using the 4K version of my model. I don't know whether I need it at that resolution though, so I might reduce the resolution and see if that helps. But is it that time again already? Yes, it is gay vampire time. It is always gay vampire time. It has always been gay vampire time. And will continue to be. I put myself over here. Now, hopefully, audio is being routed properly. Ah, this is interesting. I can no longer see the display on my computer, on my actual TV screen. Why is that? That just changed. Beautiful! Off to a good start. My monitor has immediately died on booting up the game. It's been working just fine. Give me a second. This is very strange. Do not have HDCP enabled. As soon as I boot up the game, the capture card won't capture from it. Splendid. Right. Abort mission. I'm going to need to come back on another computer. See you all in 10 minutes. Because I cannot figure... It is capturing, but I can't see it on my TV screen, which makes it very difficult to play the game. In fact, I'm not sure I can reconfigure everything very easily, so I might not actually be able to stream at all. Blind playthrough. Well, this is the weird thing, is that earlier, when I was playing Tekken, see, this is fine. What the fuck? I can see this, you can see this, and I can see this on my monitor. But for some reason, Legacy of Kain can't be captured. I don't really understand why. I'm completely confused by this one. Damn, I don't really know what to do about this. Don't understand why. Why the Elgato is outputting green. Usually happens because the game switches to a resolution or refresh rate that the Elgato capture card cannot handle. Well, that's not the case because I've streamed this game before. Playing a game that supports variable refresh rate. Go to settings. Screen and audio. 120 hertz output. There's that here. Turn that off. Let's see if that makes a difference. Nope. Still. The fact that you're seeing the Elgato scream for a second is proof that it's crashing. I could stream it direct from the PS5. That is not really an option. I won't have any of my stream bells and whistles. So low latency. Good video transfer rate. This is the only thing. This is the only thing I can think to do. Yes, that fixed it. Beautiful, right. As for my model being a bit slower, that's a problem for another day. I hope that it.
Is the story based?
Yes. The story was indeed based. Yeah, I hope that it's not just my Mac specs aren't good enough to do the streaming and running VTube Studio at the same time. I assumed it would be okay to do that, but maybe it's not. No, I don't know. But anyway, I'll remember how to play the game again. Remember how to do it. Oh yeah, it's a square button, isn't it? It just sounds like you're hitting with a wooden bat. May need to turn down the game or turn up your mic. Yeah, the game is quite loud, I think. How's that? Is that a little better? Yeah, it's better on my end. I'm getting less deafened. I need feedback on whether this is any better before I get too locked into the game. I'm not hearing anything from anyone, so I assume that it's fine. Okay, good. I have received infernal sundering. Gob that guy. Splendid. Right. I forgot what we were doing last time. Oh yeah, we have come to see the pillars.
How strange to see this place long before my birth. Centuries before the corruption set in that would poison the land and put me on the treacherous path I still followed. In the future, these edifices would be condemned to darkness and decay. I would cause their fall and build my empire upon their ruins. Was it still possible that with the right knowledge, the right moves, I might one day see Nosgoth restored, the pillars pure once more? My answer, according to Mobius, lay somewhere to the west of this place. I could restore the world, perhaps, but never again could I give Nosgoth back her innocence.
Yeah, so these pillars are an important deal, in a way that Soul Reaver and Soul Reaver 2 just sort of expects you to know and never fully explains. But I think Blood Omen goes into more detail about why they're important. Ow.
Die, vampire!
Pillars were one of the very first setting elements, I think, inspired by a book cover. Ooh, that's interesting. Hey, Victus! I'm late. I hope you haven't watched any Toxic Yaoi. Don't worry, Rai. I had lots of technical problems, including my model being very laggy, as you can see, which I hope is not just a problem of like my Mac specs aren't good. It might just be that I need to downgrade from the 4K model. Hey, Victus. But yes, I was saying telekinesis. You haven't missed anything, just plenty of technical problems with my capture card. Oh god, these guys are annoying as hell. Whoops. Ah, shot his own guy. What a fool. Kain bottomed. That's how you know they're telling a lie. I don't think Kain would bottom for anybody. I think he's a like a selfish top. You know what? Oh yeah, that spell makes them go crazy and they start attacking each other. Whatever, I'm out of here. Yeah, games with fixed camera angles. This is a lost art.
My path ended here, offering only this empty vista. Was this another of Mobius's little jokes? Or a puzzle for which I had not yet found the answer?
Or a puzzle for which I had not yet found the answer. This is another of Mobius's games. Some things I like fixed camera perspective games. I fucking hate that games have now adopted this idea that this is the correct way to make 3D games. I hate it. Like, I hate having to nurse the camera with my right thumb all the time, because it means you can't, you know, when you want to like hold down a button and change the camera, you either have to do this absurd claw grip. And for what? Like, this looks so much more sourceless compared to, like, I don't know, this just feels more cinematic to me, like the way the camera transitions. Yeah, it's like inconvenient or whatever, but I don't know, the game just looks cooler when they can control what you see and where you see it. I need blood or I'm gonna die. Bring back tank controls. I'm always saying this, like, I think, you know, games have like become so homogenized now. And you know, I think there was a lot of like old classic games. I think fixed camera in Devil May Cry is the perfect system for it. I respectfully totally disagree on that one. Controlling the camera in Devil May Cry means you can't do attacks at the same time as moving the camera. If the camera is fixed, you know where the enemies are, and it allows you to do directional inputs with more like precision. I don't know. I also think that, yeah, like there are fights in. I seem to have got myself trapped. There are fights in Devil May Cry 1 that are difficult because, yeah, the camera sort of like messes with you a little bit. But it's a matter of like knowing when the camera, you know, where the camera transitions are, and like avoiding areas where you're going to get trapped between different, you know, different camera transitions. And I think that's a fine price to pay for the fights like looking more cinematic, being like more well staged. Like, you know, there's a reason why action movies require like a bunch of guys to like choreograph it. I've got that logo. What am I doing with it? My current mission. I think I have to go back this way now. Attack! Attack! But yeah, like, I don't know. I think it. You know, it's not every game has to have this kind of fixed camera thing, but it's a shame to me that no games have that now. Like, it seems to have been just like a lost art. I think that's a bit of a shame, because like every game controls the same now. Yeah, I guess there are some like horror games that are trying to be like throwbacks to classics that do it as well. Fixed camera angles, when done well, have a much higher payoff, but it requires the developers and like the game director to understand like blocking and stuff. They have to have like an idea of what they want to frame with you know, they have to understand the kind of things that, you know, a movie director has to understand. And I think not every game director, you know, understands that or even wants to. Hmm. I don't want to fall in the water here because I will die. Funnily enough, so do the humans if you throw them in the water. Fixed camera movie that isn't a found footage horror film. I mean, all films are fixed camera. But like, you know, I get what you mean. Like, yeah, having just a single perspective on the game world for the entire thing. On the game world, the movie. A world where no one can swim. Well, for a long time, that was like most of the world, right? Like, there's a lot of places in the world where people don't learn how to swim as part of their like primary education. So intimate, like the way you suck blood from these guys. Sucking guys off is often intimate. Indeed. Have I just like come the wrong way? Have I come back to the start of the level and I didn't need to? You know what? This is my new attack, by the way. And this just does a floor bounce. Huh. Oh, okay. Nice. Assume this is the way I was supposed to come. It's a break. That's always a good sign. Yep. I was taken to infant swimming class as a baby, so I've never not known how to swim. Yeah, same here. It's standard in the UK. I think like basically all like primary school children get taken to swimming classes. But I think there's a lot of places in the world where that doesn't happen. Yeah, there's probably a lot of places in the world where it's unnecessary. I'm not going to be able to do this in time because I'm busy clipping on the terrain. Well done, Kain. I could swim long before the primary school lessons. I mean, I could too, but only underwater.
This one endowed with the properties of dimension. Perhaps this would reveal the mystery that lay west of the pillars, if Mobius spoke the
If
truth,
Mobius
and
spoke
there was
the
indeed
truth.
something there to find.
Yeah, I was taught to swim underwater by like my dad when I was really young, but I couldn't swim on the surface properly. Whenever I could come up for breath, but I couldn't like swim along the surface of the water. I just didn't really understand a technique for doing it. I think I could like sort of doggy paddle a little bit, but what I used to do is like reach the surface of the water to like take a big gulp of air, and then I would just swim underwater as far as I needed to go, and then keep swimming, and then yeah, come back for more air. Hi there, Lavender. See, this is one of the weaknesses of this game, is that later on in the game, they know that like being able to just mash square is so powerful, so they give every enemy an attack which knocks you on your ass. And there's no block button, and you can't dodge cancel out of your animations, so you're just very vulnerable to just being repeatedly knocked down like this. Like, yeah, it's very goofy. Die, vamp! Technically everyone knows how to swim underwater, most people just don't know how to do it for very long. That's not swimming, that's drowning with style. Right. This is the power of dimension. Oh, there's a trophy for sucking blood from 3 people at the same time. I've already got it, but I spent ages fishing for an opportunity to do it the first playthrough. I learned to swim when I was 5, now I'm transgender, so I can't swim anymore. Yeah, I mean, like, I just sort of don't care. Like, I just go swimming anyway. But like, I'm uncommon amongst my peers in that I don't mind going into the boys' changing room. You know, because I identify as a boy. But yeah, even when I've been like, to places like Japan that have like quite strict like gender segregated like hot springs, I just sort of don't care, and I don't think I ever really have. Like I quite enjoy going into the men's changing room and having everyone go like, "Are you in the right changing room?" It's fun to me. But I know that it is a more harrowing experience for others. And also kind of dangerous. Like, I'm not going to lie, it's not as though it's been completely safe for me to go to the men's toilets all the time, but it's where I do be going. Hey, Victus. Yeah, I guess I'm just sort of lucky that I don't feel sort of like that bothered by that kind of thing, and with the danger of it, I don't know. I guess that I'm sort of mentally not adapted, but like what's the word? Like reconciled to it, because my life has always been kind of a bit made difficult by gender. Oh, thank you for giving me head pats. Look at how many archers they put here just to fuck with you. Because they know you can't make this jump. Oh, shit.
What a weirdo.
What a weirdo. That's often what people say to me. Now you're finished. Damn it! I keep falling off the edge. There's no, like, edge protection here. Realistic combat design. Damn! I wish there was, like, any kind of, like, edge protection from you, like, just walking off the edge. Raiden, of course, is no stranger to running around completely naked. True. Right. Because what happens is, as you get to that ledge and you try and climb up it, the archers just shoot you and you get knocked straight back down. And look, this enemy also does the thing that knocks you off an edge. They were just trolling with this bit here. Oh, you're kidding me. I have to kill everyone? Right. Right, this is a situation where I do need the camera to be back over here. Come up and throw him. Does that open the door? That has opened it. Back to the good camera. Hey, Victus. This is a no edging castle. Ow. 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 Oh, he's dead. Right. Nice.
The mist that shrouded this lake, miraculously now cleared away, revealing an ancient citadel. So Mobius had not lied. Or perhaps this was simply another of the time streamer's illusions, meant to slow my
Look at
true
Kane's
endeavor.
face. Fortnite's new Battlefront mode is so meh. I can go a game without dying and then play 4 games. I mean, Fortnite is kind of meh in my view. Battle Royale games like Fortnite and Call of Duty Warzone and stuff, there's a sort of thrill to playing them.
Vampire hunters, brazen as they were, feared to walk these paths. I knew one.
Oh, I think it's the opposite. There's not enough bots. There's too many players. I am not very good at these games, so I like it when there's plenty of bots for me to score easy wins against. This isn't a battle royale mode; it's a ground match a la Battlefront. Yeah, I mean, I don't really play that many shooting games, honestly. So I'm probably a bad person to have takes. On such things. Aha! We need more games like Chivalry 2. I mean, yeah, I sort of like the idea of having big like pitched battles in video games with loads of players and it not just being like everyone shooting at each other. Oh, you're kidding me. It's got to be right next to it. Come on, game. For Honor was fairly decent. Yeah, was that the one that it was basically like almost like a fighting game. Yeah, like having lots of factions in a game is kind of fun as well. Having like a big map, large like I guess like one of the problems of those games is that, you know, it takes a long, like you need to have like a you know, just matchmaking with other players. And I think players don't always like feeling like they don't get to just run around and kill everyone. So the more players there are in a game.
Unravel the mystery of my fate, and in this image lay my first clue. For this scene depicted the forging of the Reaver, the weapon destined to become my prison, and I recognized its maker. The years had changed him, but this was unmistakably the vampire Vorador, and in this era, he still lived. If I could reach him before Mobius's mob hunted him down, he would provide the answers I sought. These images chronicled Vorador's creation. As I already knew, he had not been born a vampire, but had been turned by the infamous Janos Audrin. But this mural suggested that Vorador's origins were even more significant. Apparently, he was the first human to whom the dark gift had been passed.
This
was the vampires' desperate bid to preserve their bloodline, for their enemies had cursed them not only with bloodthirst, but with sterility as well.
All vampires are sterile. Yeah, For Honor, I played a little bit of it, and I played as the class that had the Naginata, and that seemed really fun. But yeah, it was sort of boring that it was just like knights versus Vikings versus samurai, despite the fact that like two of those factions belong to like completely different historical eras. Oh, I can't do that yet. The thing.
This spirit vessel was not yet activated. Perhaps there was some means for me to awaken it.
Perhaps there will be. That doesn't work. Raziel, having been turned into a wraith, is of course no longer sterile, something he tests with Kain regularly. Yeah, Raziel can now get empregged. I mean, here's the thing. Raziel now can just take over, like, bodies. Like, the reason that Raziel is, like, has a physical form is because he, like, inhabited a corpse. Oh, that, like, clipped me through the, the gate.
Approaching
Nice.
the tomb, I was met by the specter of the Guardian himself.
Eternity weighs heavily.
I have a solution.
I bear it in atonement. But your moment of existence has passed. Come and be released.
Ow! Boss fights in this game are not that fascinating, unfortunately. Oh, I have to beat him before he can do more damage to me. Damn. Rude. Oh, I need to dodge that rather than just eat it every time. Ow! 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 Right, I think I'm gonna die to this attempt. Oh, just. Right. Good boss fight. Store some energy before I go and tackle the other boss. Or is there only one in this chamber? I can't remember. Ah, there's two. What do you have to say to me?
I was met by the spectre of the Nature Guardian, monstrously deformed since its death centuries ago.
Rejoice, creature, for today your spirit will return to the One.
That feels like cheating. Just sending out these homing orbs. Cheap, honestly. Damn. Bosh.
The spirit vessel would not respond in the spectral realm. I had to return to the physical world to use it.
Right. And where might I... Ah, here. Yeah, now that Raziel can inhabit corpses like this, maybe he can get preggers. He changes it to look like him because he uses like the force of his will to like mold his vessel into his ideal form. No reason why he wouldn't be able to get boy preggers.
As the Reaver absorbed the souls of the Nature and Conflict Guardians, it was imbued with the elemental power of fire with which their principles were aligned. I was now equipped to reach the pillars.
Splendid. I have the fire reef equipped. Good old-fashioned lighting torches. We used to be a real country. HRT that turns your possessed corpse into a possessed corpse with a womb tattoo. A friend of mine the other day was talking to me about an old cartoon called Botsmaster. And one of the plot points in one of the episodes of that is that they find a machine that can that perfectly disguise you as any person, and they use it to like turn themselves into the bad guys and sneak into their base and like steal a bunch of stuff or something. But here's the thing, like it also turns robots into humans. Therefore, it can probably turn humans into robots. It's the robot HRT that we've all been dying for. I like this. Wrong here. I need to... yes, Dom, you are correct. That's where my new follower drop comes from. Is indeed Botsmaster. Blitzy Zoolander, what a queen. Now, how the hell do I get out of here? Aha. I remember the show quite fondly, but I know very few people who ever watched it. I don't know that it was that well received. And it was supposed to have, like, in every episode, there would be a moment where, like, a big, like, laser battle would happen, and you were meant to put on some 3D specs and, like, watch the cartoon in like this sort of 3D laser mode, but I couldn't find any of the toys, so I never got one of the laser time goggles, so that part of the show was just lost on me. It didn't really occur to me that I could have used like some other 3D glasses. Not mean to do this. This is the problem with having context-sensitive controls. Like, oh, press square to interact with this thing. Yeah, well, that's also the attack button, so, you know... what am I supposed to do when they spawn two enemies directly outside the room? Nom. Toy line tanked in the UK, but it was the show was super popular on CBBC. Really? Oh, I don't know by what metric you can judge its popularity by, but the toys always just seemed like this mythical thing that I could never get my hands on. I knew they existed because I saw them in like a little catalog or something. I'm going how often they showed it. Now, you'd think that all these enemies would fight each other, but they do not.
These smoldering sconces seemed as though they would ignite. If only I had a fire source.
If only I had a fire source. Well, where are we going to get one of those from, Raziel? Is this enemy just done? Right, yep, I guess so. TRDQ did a Botsmaster special. Ooh, I do. I do love TRDQ. I don't want to make you jealous or anything, Dom, but I have met Yeshgav several times at Glez Games. and I think I have nerded out how much I like TRDQ several times to him. Fucking... Oh, I actually did like a dodge cancel. TLDR on TRDQ. Yeah, it's something that I think someone started doing during lockdown is they started just reviewing their Transformers toys in like 2 minutes and then uploading them to YouTube and Twitter.
Here I would find Ariel, the specter of the murdered Balance Guardian, and the last pure, undefiled member of the Guardian Circle.
Enjoy dinner, Sin.
Found here upon her death, she was doomed to haunt these pillars until her successor fulfilled his terrible duty, and balance was restored.
What manner of creature approaches?
I know you well, Ariel, though you do not yet know me.
I have no time for riddles, strange one.
All you have is time. I have come to seek your
All
guidance.
you have is time.
Only one man, and you are not he. But you will know him soon. The contagion of your kind is coming to an end.
My kind? What exactly do you think I am?
Your name shall remain
A fat...
unspoken, as decreed by our ancestors. You serve the one who so brutally took my life and set this tragedy in motion. But even now, hope is at work.
She knows I serve Kain.
And your kind will be expelled forever.
You have pinned your hopes on Kain. He will disappoint you.
What can you know of Kain?
More than you could ever fathom.
He will
Oh, I know him.
By choosing his
I've
own
known
path,
him.
a sacrifice for the world. You don't know Kain very well.
I know what he is called to do. My faith sustains me.
Is it faith or fear? You know that if Kain refuses the sacrifice, you will never leave here. And you begin to suspect.
I will not hear your poison, fiend.
Grant me the answers I require, and I will leave you to your pathetic delusions.
Ask then.
I seek the vampire Vorador.
To kill him, perhaps, or to join him in death. But for Kain, he is the last of his kind. Mobius's mob has done its work.
My reasons are my own.
His refuge lies in the heart of the Black Forest.
Where they keep the cakes.
And may you molder there together until the end comes.
Very, very funny joke. A guy walks into a cake shop. It's like a very posh cake shop, and the baker is sort of like very snooty and sees this guy, and he's like, "Oh, this guy can't afford any of my baked goods." So he's just looking for an excuse to kick the guy out, and the guy walks over and shuffles over and says, "Yeah, I was thinking I'd like to try a slice of that Black Forest Gattux." The baker looks down his nose at him and says, "That is Black Forest Gâteau, and it's £10 a slice." The man looks back at him and says, "Ah, well, bollo to that then." Please clap. Die, foul beast! Crush him!
Clap, clap, clap.
Thank you. She's just got hyper armor. The hyper armor has ended. want to eat your soul. There we go. But the esoteric nature of this Britishism eluded me. So the core of the joke is in the fact that the man asks for Black Forest Gatto and says Gattux. And then says Bollo. Stop teleporting around, you crazy whatever you are. Wretched vampire. Can I like just burn them all? Nope, guess not. Fuck me. I don't even know what a bollo is. Oh, it's a nothing. It's a mispronunciation of bollocks. Much like Gattux is a mispronunciation of gatto.
This seemed to be attuned to the elemental principle of air.
Uh-huh. Must feed soon. I'm fucking trying. What? There's no, like, no things around here to restore my health. Oh my god! Well... Wait, I thought I'd just go to the spirit realm. Oh, I do? Good. I thought it was just something you say when you're salty about something. That'd be fun, but no. Damn it. Destroy him. But you can see why that enemy keeps on doing that attack, because it knocks you over when you do it. And that's the only way this game knows to make enemies sort of threatening to you. I have this now. Britain truly is a cursed land. We are two nations divided by a common language. Bronze disc. Sure. I don't have the Wind Reaver yet. I wonder if I can avoid getting trapped in that that arena conjured last time. Seems I can. Damn. I'm trapped in an arena. This is less a combat system and more just a sort of rhythm game, really. man. Right. Nice. Right, just burn. I care not. Damn, I was hoping this one would grow. Is there a faster way of me restoring my body, going all the way back to the pillars? I don't think there is. God damn it. This game really likes to penalize you for experimenting. Wait, where's some purple gas? Yeah, the Arkham games are another sort of like game that's less of a combat system and more of a rhythm game, which was fun because it made you feel powerful. Like you didn't need to be like a combo master to feel like Batman. There's some, and the Spider-Man game did it too, although sort of less effectively. The problem with it is it became so widespread, and it is just such a lazy way of doing combat, I think. Like, it's impressive the way they animate it, but it does sort of mean that combat feels a bit repetitive, because every combat encounter, much like in this game, sort of boils down to the same thing. One of the things I think holds this game back a little bit is some of the sound effects aren't very good. Like, some of the sound design is really cool and has this really, like, meaty, like, chunky sound to it. And then other bits of it are just, like, just a bit lame. I think I have to... Here. Yeah, here we go. Even give you a little hint. I do not care to tangle with you. Switch back to good cameras now. Whoop. This is fun. I appear to be stuck. Video games! I love video games! Yay! Right, well that's not helping me. It's because I'm like stuck in the air as well. Right, let's see how far that sets me back. Video juego, I love video juego. Oh, not so far back, that's fine. Raziel, what dark geometry have you allowed yourself to become entangled in? I knew Raziel's model held clipping issues, as foretold by the game developers. Video games! I love video games! Oh, leave it out, would you? I was trapped in the level geometry just as I was trapped in my fate. Unlike other characters in this video game world, I was not blessed with the ignorance of my conundrum. I remember the puzzle. It's not very hard, I don't think. I remember. It's not immediately clear why this happens, but when you block up that other vent, it pushes this one out, and for some reason the air is strong enough to push the blocks. That's his mind now. The Howling Headstone. Oh, I remember what I need to do. Unblock these now. I hope you like fighting bosses, because we have to go and do it again.
I was transported to yet another ancient vampire chamber. This one apparently aligned with the elemental power of air.
How do you know that? What makes you think that, Raziel? What makes you think that at all?
These murals had suffered some damage. Once again I recognized the vampire's hero, but this scene revealed something new. For here they had also depicted his destined adversary, now partially obscured, who seemed to bear a flaming sword.
Hmm. Oops. Are they going to call me Little Raziel again? Run, Little Raziel. Oh, this is going to call me a pathetic creature. I need some souls, or I'm gonna die. No. Damn. Luckily, death isn't too punitive. Combat as Raziel feels harder because I think if you don't kill enemies, like these enemies, they just come back to life. If you don't like finish them somehow, they just come back to life. But you have to go and do some kind of finisher on them. Maybe not. That one seemed to just perish. Let's just leave that one to the right there. Oh yeah. I thought they came back to life. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Still. Pathetic creature.
In winning all, we lost all. In winning what we thought mattered, we lost what truly mattered. But for you, there is a chance.
What chance is that?
The bliss of death.
Bliss of death.
But I do not accept.
Damn. 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 I need to be away. Damn, this is just taking so much of my health, just wasting my time. No, no. Oh, that one's the real one. See, every enemy does it in the late stage of the game, like, or the mid stage of the game. Every enemy can just send you and like knock you on your ass because it's like they know that the game's too easy if they don't like throw you halfway across the arena and put you into a getting up animation. Right, I need to go and feed before I take on the next boss, because he will kill me. Good, he put me in the environment again. Like here, the sound effects I think are just really bad. The sort of like just like tapping meat sound effect when you are hitting people with the Soul Reaver. It's sort of satisfying in a way, but like I think if I'm being honest, I think they could have done a better job. File.
Never.
See you later, Silk. Enjoy going to magic or what have you. Right, what's this guy's gimmick? Look at that! Ow! Fuck me. Look at this. It's ridiculous. I have a move called Shatter Spirit. There we go. Oh yeah, I can't get out through here. Not again, Raziel. Don't do it again. Get out this way. It appears not. There is an extra... It's health? No, it's... Oh yeah, it's health. Nice. Extend my health bar. Well, that was fun. Get back to the main room. Oh, this works. Need to have my body. Now the power to pass wind.
As the Reaver absorbed the souls of the Mind and Dimension Guardians, it was imbued with the elemental power of air with which their principles were aligned.
Whee! Yeah, now I can blow everyone. Shadow. Light. Unfortunately, they don't have any new things to interact with, so it's still just light and dark and fire sconces. Blow them away. Oh yeah, no, that's what I meant. Yeah. Why? What did you think I meant? Sconce is also a name for a sex offender made out of dough. That's such a bad joke, but I don't care. I'm laughing anyway. Wait, where was that gate? That door? Through here? I mean, that's one of the things that fixed camera angles should try not to do unless they're intentionally trolling, which is have the camera sort of cross the line of action so that holding left turns into holding right. Like just happened with that door I went through. I was walking through it, but then I was holding a direction which, the minute I crossed the threshold, the camera flips, and it turns out you got to go the other direction now. That's a problem that I think Devil May Cry has a lot of times, and there's even a speedrunning technique to get around it, which is you use Stinger to like charge forward, so that you don't you like are locked into forward motion across the threshold. You get a chance to let go of the directional input and reset your finger. Oh, I have to kill these guys. Ow. Ooh, a hype train started. Why did that happen? What's going on there, then? Oh, Rakshi of the 500 is gifted a bunch of subs. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. That's splendid of you, in fact. Yes, we are indeed playing Legacy of Kain. Rain and Raziel. Kain and Raziel spend the entire game looking for each other because they miss their boyfriend. God damn it! I'm gonna die. I need to eat somebody. Nyomp. Well, that's extremely kind of you. Thank you for the gifted subs, Rakshi of the 500. Is this game a particular favourite of yours? I never played this game until earlier this year. I played Soul Reaver 1, and I'd seen Soul Reaver 2. I only played this game like about a couple months ago, I think. And I loved it. I think it's great. It's the whole series has gone up into my sort of all-timers. Why am I fighting these people right now? I don't need to do that. I have the Wind Reaver. I can go where I like. I found your design cute. Ah. Thought I'd check your stream. Oh, well, welcome. You're a guest of honor. I'm glad you like my cute design. I rented it once. I had Soul Reaver 1 on the PS1 and I loved it, but I was a dumb kid, so I don't think I ever got very far into the game. Certainly, I never completed it.
With the Reaver endowed with the elemental power of air, the way to Vorador's refuge lay open at last. If the old vampire still lived, He alone could tell me how to escape the terrible destiny charted for me when the Reaver was forged.
He is the cutest. The heterophobia in his eyes is the charm
Morador's
point.
refuge was
Indeed.
hidden deep within the Black Forest. I hope to find him before Mobius's cutthroats did.
Yeah, my model is a bit laggy, a bit slower than usual today because I'm streaming from a new computer.
And so I arrived at the citadel of my vampire ancestors, long abandoned since their extinction eons ago. Perhaps it still held the wisdom of its creators. Here, Mobius said I would find proof that Raziel was not what I thought he was, or hoped he would be. But in
Or hoped
sending
he
me
would
here,
be.
Mobius had done me an unexpected, or perhaps an unwitting, service. For it was my destiny, not Raziel's. My role as scion of balance, whose secrets I was here to discover.
Yeah, it seems there might be a smoothing issue. I think it might be that I just need to use the 2K version of my model rather than the 4K, which I have been using on my boyfriend's computer. I'm a little bit disappointed. I was hoping that my Mac would be able to handle everything more or less the same, but it seems that there's a few things I need to fiddle with. It's VTube. It's even in VTube Studio that it's a little bit laggy. Whee! Yeah, if it's my model, that is a solvable problem. It's just going to take a bit of effort to redo all of the tweaking and the customs for the 2K version. Yeah, it makes me think maybe the smoothing settings didn't get carried over. Maybe you can import the smoothing settings. I don't really know that I did that many smoothing things. I mean, I can delete meshes and stuff that I'm not using, I suppose. I'm always a bit worried about fiddling with that kind of thing. Anyway, I'm a cat now anyway, so... Whoops. So yeah, we'll have a chat about it later, Rye. You and I can try and figure it out. One of the things I've also considered doing is I got a new animation done by an Oomphy on Twitter, and I could probably modify that to be a little PNG tuber. I wanted a lower fidelity model for just to mix things up.
Here, no doubt, was the evidence Mobius
We'll
wished
get
to
Lucy
have.
working, don't worry.
For the vampires had prophesied not one, but two champions. One destined to be Nosgoth's redeemer, the other its destroyer. The vampire's hero wielded the Reaver, forged for this very purpose. His opponent was clearly the champion of their adversaries, the Hilden, and brandished a flaming sword. The foretold outcome was unambiguous. The vampire hero would fall.
Now, who do like? Let's turn. Who does that look like?
Was
Oh,
clearly significant. The answers I sought surely lay within. But to unlock the chamber, the balance emblem had to be fully restored.
yeah. Who does that look like? Real noodle scratcher there. Satan and Krampus. Nightmare's hammer. Ve Victus. I think this spell, yeah, allows you to teleport around the arena and hit every enemy once, but it's so sort of bad compared to like some of the other Reaver spells you get are just strictly better. Ve Victus. Who up veying they Victus?
The Reaver required some additional enhancement before this door could be opened.
The Reaver required some additional enhancement. The Wheel of Life. Oh yeah, you can do a ground bounce. So you can like knock someone up into the air. What a combo. It's like there are fun combos you can do in this game, but there's just never any reason to. Raziel and his big naturals would surely help me open this door. Glug glug. Right, what are we doing with this Wheel of Life? Yeah, you get to hit every enemy once when you do that spell. Like, it's much better to just set them on fire, honestly. Big titty Wraith BF. Ooh, like book there. I think this is the way out later. How much blood spills on the ground when he does that? Waste of food. He gets less blood on the floor when he impales somebody. Aha. It's a little bit ropey. Kain just walking into the environment. Big stretch. Posture check, everyone. I'm through the ceiling. I know I've complained about it so many times. I don't do it on purpose. I just end up getting stuck in the scenery in so many games I play, or like outside of the, I go out of bounds or something. I don't try to do it. It just happens to me. Yes, now that I've requested a posture check from you, I will also request you all click a little refresh button in your browsers. Refresh the stream. Let Twitch know you're still watching. A refresh check. Yeah, I need to set up like a bot to remind people to do it, and remind me to remind people. 'Cause I think it really does help. All these like just damage sponge enemies. Thrilling combat. Taking it in turns to like... How? Damn. Damn.
Do a refresh, dodge a refresh, do a refresh, dodge a refresh.
That's what I'm talking about, yeah. Do a refresh, dodge a refresh. Do you have to watch adverts when you refresh the stream? Because I'll feel more bad about doing it if I'm sending you into like an unskippable like minute-long advert or something. Ah, well, yes, if you're subscribed, no adverts at all. Stuck. Don't know where go. Probably here. I think some people will have to watch adverts though. Right. Well, I feel a little worse asking for people to refresh then if I'm sending them into the advertising zone. Although that also kind of helps me because the more adverts you watch, the more money Mr. Twitch makes, and the bigger share I'll get of that. Put him on the other side of the cage. Could run a set of ads once an hour to prevent people getting pre-roll ads when they join a stream. Yeah, I could do that, but then that means I have to like interrupt what I'm doing to do ads, and ADHD is not very conducive to remembering to do things on a schedule. Uh-huh. This one can't get launched into the air because they're like stuck in the corner here. Hey, Victus! We out here Victusing again. Kain loves it. He can't bring himself. He can't stop himself. Unless you have to return to neutral, otherwise you can't do finishes on people. Right, so what did I come up here for? Shit sucks, just hit the bricks.
These statues were singularly inanimate. I knew better than to assume they would always remain so.
Weird thing to be suspicious of, but good reason. Or telekinesis bar. It's not even really clear what I'm looking for at the moment. I just came in here because I can. Huh. Well, that was a bit deflating, wasn't it? Sort of hoping there'd be more to it down here. Uh-oh. Just keep walking. Yeah, I remember this being kind of confusing because you have to walk all the way through these dungeons, which you've been in as Raziel. Right, this is a Raziel puzzle. I want that. Yay! Rusted scales. Glob. Oh, water. That's bad for a vampire. Look how slow Kain climbs compared to Raziel. Maybe it's just the animation, but it feels so slow. Need some cod liver oil on those joints. This is the Raziel puzzle I saw earlier. Surely... Ah. Aha. Was I meant to have gotten something from somewhere else? Oh no, there's just another tomb there. Nice. Carved stone skull. Say what you will about vampires, they know how to decorate their castles. Oh, I think this is one where you need to set the camera back into... No. Not all vampires have castles. No, you're very... You're true. You are very true. That's something one of my friends in Japan used to say because they didn't know the correct phrase. So they used to say, yeah, things like, you are very true. And now I've just sort of like inherited it. I think I am just supposed to jump that far though. What else can I do here though? You are very true. Feels very cute. Yeah, I think that's why I started saying it, because it sort of, it makes sense, and it is like, I don't know, it is quite kind of a cute little phrase. Ah. Well, that helps.
The third fragment of the
Honto
Balance
desu ka?
emblem endowed the Reaver with the elemental power of lightning.
It's not grammatically inaccurate, just odd sounding. Yeah, I think, you know, like, you speak truly, or something would be more sort of like, more acceptable. But it's like I was saying, I think a few days ago, like, when I lived in Japan, I changed a lot of things about the way I speak in order to try and, like, make myself seem more understandable. Because I was also teaching English there, and I wanted to sort of model, you know, English that wasn't going to get, you know, was going to pass exams, basically, of my students. And I needed them to not do things like, you know, say F instead of TH, and what have you. Faggot. But, oh yeah, I have another emblem now. Yeah, it meant that I changed a lot of things about the way I speak that I'm not necessarily happy with, you know. I think some of it I did just, you know, to try and make myself more understandable and, like I say, model correct English, but I think I also sort of, like, I got rid of a lot of the weird phrases that I think, you know, British people tend to use. Because I just found that, like, they would just cause confusion when I would speak them in Japan. In any other stream, that joke would get me banned. Not here, though. Here, that joke will get you promoted. I don't know what's the opposite of banned. Subscribed? Resubscribed? See you later. Promotion. John Baldry's Robotnik. Promotion. SSSSS squad, arrest SSSS him. I don't know if you know, I teach Vader, Dom, but I've got some amazing music videos to share with you if you've never heard of them. Damn. I have indeed heard of him. I had a feeling you might have done. Ah! Stop hitting me! I keep trying. The backdash doesn't actually have any invincibility on it, so I'm doing it, but it's not. Thank God. Oh, I keep coming in here, and I do not need to be in here. Oh, thank you for catting me, Sticks. Yeah, I really hope I can get Lucy moving at high frame rate again, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. Meow. Oh yeah, you can't hit him with the fire shields up, otherwise he just does a ton of damage to you. As if the enemies having an enormous health pool wasn't annoying enough, they also have a shield. Yeah, no, I love the architecture of these areas, like Rakshi. I agree. It is. I think this game has some really nice like artistic sensibilities and stylistic like choices. Now, I think you can get these guys to hurt each other if you bait them to the middle of the room. Whoa! Damn, they can juggle you. Fuck. Yeah, there we go, getting them to hurt each other. Ow. Damn. Temu, Agni, and Rudra. I don't even get any swords for killing these guys, so... Right, I just came through that portal, didn't I? So I want to go a different way.
Is this story based? Not this time.
No based. Yeah, I mean, like, as you said, Dom, it'd be a bit of a pain in the ass to find the building's toilet in a hurry. A lot of these, like, video game spaces, obviously aren't really, like, in, like, habitable areas. But, I mean, that's only looking at it from a very human point of view. I mean, the vampires wouldn't have needed things like toilets, I assume. And this is also meant to be, like, a burial tomb, to be fair. It's not like this was the office. This isn't like a Resident Evil science lab where, like, to get to work you have to, like, find 3 different colored gems and insert them into, like, a tiger's head or whatever. Ow. The fire shields just won't go down, so I can't damage them. Can I make them hit each other? Apparently not. God damn, this is so tedious. Like, they made combat in this game way better, but, like, it's still, it still leaves something to be desired. They both look like 90s Batman figures. That's a bizarrely deep cut reference. Mm-hmm. Right, surely I can just leave now. Yes, you can, but don't call me Shirley. There's some films I haven't watched in a long time. Naked Gun. The Police Squad has, like, my favorite joke of all time, and, like, a solid 90% of the reason I want to work at a Key Cutters again. Like, when he's like undercover and he, like, sneaks in somewhere and they go, "Who are you and how did you get in here?" And he goes, "I'm a locksmith," and "I'm a locksmith." That is I think that's such a good joke. I actually really enjoyed the Liam Neeson Naked Gun movie. I might do, but I don't want to watch anything with Liam Neeson in it. Don't know where go again. Boing, boing. Right. Surely... Where's the way out? I'm lost. Alright, let's go and investigate the rooms down here, if there's... That one's the one I climbed up already. Aha! Surely this is the way. Boing. Oh. Ah. Aha. A health upgrade. Or maybe... telekinesis upgrade. If you liked Airplane and Naked Gun, you might enjoy Kentucky Fried Movie. Admit some of it hasn't aged so well. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff about the Naked Gun which hasn't aged particularly well either. Right. I haven't fully fixed the balance emblem yet, so I can't go there. I can go here.
A new area of the vampire citadel lay open. I still had much to discover.
I still had much to discover. I remember Vorador's castle is quite a long area. Just don't even knock, Raziel. Yeah, this castle's quite a long area, so I might call it here for now.
Nestled deep in the Black Forest, Vorador had once held court over a private kingdom, as decadent as it was depraved. Now, all was still. I hoped I had not arrived too late.
I think I'm gonna create a save here and then end the stream because my dinner will be arriving in about 15 minutes, hopefully. I need to start preparing to watch a movie this evening. I have a list of movies that I want to watch, but I can never remember them off the top of my head. Why I have the list. There were some good ones I had in mind for watching tonight. I can't remember them though. I'm gonna have some fried chicken, or vegan fried chicken. What's for dinner? I think, yeah, fried chicken is for dinner. The potential movies are... Oh, good lord. I'd need to check with my with my phone, which unfortunately is currently acting as my my webcam. Yeah, total blank. Patlabor 2 or Patoreba 2 might be one of the movies I consider watching. Yeah, thanks for joining me, everyone. I hope you're enjoying the Vampire Yaoi. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Yeah, Patoreba 2 is really good. We watched the first one like last week or the week before. Yeah, I wish I could remember what else was on my list. I will be able to as soon as I unplug my webcam. But anyway, yeah. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Catch you later. Bye-bye.